Most of you all have seen the pictures, you've seen the behind the scenes on set, the set design, you've seen the look from back to reality. But I want to let you in on the creative process and thinking about how the look came to be, the styling, the colors, and all of that. I am LAJU, known as LAJU, and I work as the art director, set designer, and stylist for Back to Reality. First off, I'll say this: attend events and network with people. I've got one rule that I always stick to. Every time I go out for events, I try to dress 100, my possible best, so that when I get complimented, I'm going to say, yes, I'm a stylist, I actually styled myself. And that was exactly what happened during STREETSOUK's uni event at UNILAG. I dressed my best, and this person complimented me and said, hey, what's up, I love your outfit. And I was like, thank you, I'm actually a stylist. And I said, oh, I'm a photographer, let's work together. And that's Fi. Shout out Fi. Fi was the creative director and photographer on this project, and that was it. So when Fi shared the mood board with me, his idea and vision for Back to Reality, what was I supposed to do? I had just one job. I had to convert his idea into something. I had to convert his ideas into an image, into a look, into a physical space. I had to, bring it to life. And Back to Reality is basically the editorial exploration of identity and perception upon returning to familiar environment after personal transformation. This person has moved on, this person has evolved, but they are returning to a familiar environment. But this environment, they are returning to the tradition, the routine, everything still remains the same. So what did I do first? I had to understand exactly what this meant. I had to go deep, I had to do a deeper dive into what it meant. And there's something I learned when I was doing design in 2020. It's called semantic word mapping. I use it to explore more on my ideas. So what I did was I took some keywords from the mood board he had shared with me about his idea, and I expanded on them. I took these keywords, I outlined them out, and then I started fetching out words from the keywords I'd gotten from his mood board. After I'd done that, I circled out the ones I feel like that I know that are well connected and would work well with us for this project. And after which I made collages based off this main words that are taken and it's quite complex, but it's just my own process, the way I actually generate my ideas. So that's what I did. After getting the main words, I think that was like 13 or 14 of them, I generated collages based off these words. Some of the words include, individualism, extravagance, we've got old Yoruba culture, old Yoruba fashion, high fashion, modernized look, confidence, and stuff like that. These words were gotten based off of the definition of the words that I broke down earlier. So from that, I've done the collage. I have my own visual or mental image of how it's gonna look like already. I've got 13 different collages. And now I had to make sure that everything had to work. So I had to pick from here, pick from there. I already have a deeper explanation of exactly what Back to Reality is. I've done research. I read this book, Self-Styled. Self-Styled should be here. Yes. I read Self-Styled. It's a book. It's a very nice book. It's based off, I think that's like selected people, like about 30 people that are very, very individualistic in their style. And I also read this costume and fashion history on the era of individualism. It just gave me more knowledge on how I was going to approach this project. So after I'd gotten my collages, after I'd read books, I also watched Martin Margiela in his own words documentary, just to see how other directors also do their thing and their process like that. I think I also read Iris Reid's fashion display or something like that. I also read that book, and it's all helped me in this project. So now I've got my collage, I've got my mental images, and I have to bring everything together. From what I've got, I know that from the collages that I brought together, I know that there were going to be a lot of colors. As you can see, there was going to be a bit of culture infused into the look. There was going to be a bit of extravagance, flamboyance, confidence infused into the look, and a lot of layering into the look based off my research that I done earlier. And so these collages guided my final look and approach for this project. So what exactly, from there I made a rough sketch, and then I went shopping. I checked through, got this fabric, this one, very colorful, and it caught my attention. You know, it was going with the theme. It was something that was local to us here. And I got this Kampala. This Kampala was very cool. I also used it, and it was very good for layering. It had a lot of colors on it. You see yellow, there's blue, there's red, and this red actually guided the model stop. This blue guided the accessories and other things I used for it. Every accessory had to answer the question: is it the past, or is it the transformed version of the person? So this belt, I treated it, which is one of my most interesting part of this project, is it has cowries on them, and it just looks really cool. It also adds to the traditional past look that would contribute to the final look of the project. And gele, of course, we use geles a lot here in southwestern Nigeria. We had to use them, and use this in a very cool way, double the gele together for the look, because, you know, extravagance. And there was a lot of jewelry, a lot of gold jewelry, gold accessory. I also made sure that the model had this blue neck piece on to match the blue on this belt, and I got these red beads, traditional beads, and I made them myself. Yeah, I made them myself just to get the neck piece for the model's look. I also transformed this from a black pair to this color using this leather paint. I painted this on the bag just so I'll get that pop of colors that I wanted for the final look. And then I got a lot of gold jewelry, gold accessories, gold rings to bring out the extravagance, the flamboyance from the research that I've done on how I wanted the look to be. And that was how the final model look came to life. For the set design, myself and Fi worked on the set design. For the set design, we wanted something that felt familiar. We wanted everything, the props, they were not just props, they meant something. We wanted them to mean something. For the local woven mat, when you get into your space and you see a mat, you know you're welcome, you're home. It seems familiar, it just calls you, calls you home. Then for the corn stand, I think I got an epiphany when I think I got roasted corn from a vendor, and then I just realized that we have like corn stands. I think it's part of our culture, it's deeply rooted in our culture here in southwestern Nigeria, that this corn, you probably see them around, and if you're in Lagos today, if you're somewhere else tomorrow, you probably see a corn stand around, and it's deeply rooted in our culture here. So we wanted to show that, and that was why the corn stand with the person selling the corn was also positioned there. The retro posters for the air, we wanted something nostalgic, that feeling of nostalgia was going to be there. The vintage radio too, something that would let you know, yes, I am home, with the cups and the decoration on them. That's for the set design, which was one of my most interesting part of this project, because this is the first time I'm working on set design. I really enjoyed this project. I was able to bring Fi's ideas to life. I was able to break down his ideas and bring them to life, using clothes, drapery, a lot of colors and a lot of artistic elements and accessory. I really enjoyed it, and let me know what part of the project actually excited you. Bringing a vision like this to life requires intention, research, sweat, and it was an interesting one for me. And here is a clip for you to see the final look. Let us work together on your next project. Let us collaborate together. I am LAJU or Jewale, known as LAJU, and I'm here to bring your ideas to life. I'm here to bring your creative ideas, however way you've got them. I'm here to transform them into something. I could work as a set designer, I could work as an art director, as a creative director. Let's just work together. I did a good job on this, and I'm very sure I'm going to do a good job with you. Bye.